Hello, I'm Cindy Ehrenberg-Seltzer, President and CEO of the Children's Services Council of Broward County. Welcome to another edition of Future First, Focus on Broward's Children. For many teens, navigating the path to adulthood can be a confusing time filled with uncertainty, deciding which college to attend, what career to pursue, or finding out what job opportunities exist can be overwhelming. For low-income youth, those aging out of foster care, LGBTQ teens, and youth with delinquency involvement, it can be even more challenging. It's during this all too important time in their lives that proper guidance and the development of necessary life skills are critical as they take steps into adult life. For years, the Children's Services Council has sponsored programs to equip and prepare teens and young adults ages 15 through 22 with employability skills, training in social and professional expectations, job placement, and college and career counseling services. The programs also serve as resources for information related to housing options and access to physical and mental health services when needed. Here with me to talk about the benefits of Healthy Youth Transitions programs are Tanya Hall, Senior Life Coach at Handy, Cami Cacase, Community Youth Services Manager at Memorial Healthcare System, and Marc-Aubin Laguerre, a participant in the Healthy Youth Transitions program at Memorial. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Hi. So nice to see you. Cami, I'm going to start with you because you've been involved with this back when we called it Future Prep, which was focused just on youth aging out of foster care, and now as it's moved into Healthy Youth Transitions. So one of the reasons that we did this was because children aging out of foster care were told at 18, here you go, good luck. And you saw that happen, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So what did you see going on at Memorial in that Future Prep programming, which then formed the basis for Healthy Youth Transitions?
Right. So back when it was just Future Prep, we, like you mentioned, dealt strictly with kids that were aging out of foster care, in relative care, or already aged out and living independently. We've seen the struggle that, right at 18, really having to enter the adult world and not having a lot of guidance and direction of, how to navigate it. Some of them, turning 18 was in the middle of their, senior year of high school, and now they were having to not only finish high school, but manage an apartment and living on their own, paying bills, figuring out transportation, because they didn't have that, wraparound support system that they had when they were under age and in care. So that's where, we as life coaches in the Future Prep program, were that support system for them. But it was a struggle. There was a lack of housing, lack of, job placements, and really, we were missing out on a lot of opportunities. And during our involvement with the Future Prep program, we were able to really help, get the state to move forward with extending foster care, which allowed for a little more security for those youth that, needed a little extra time in, secured placement, to finish high school, to, get their GED. So then they were able to then, move forward, more successfully without having all of those other barriers and responsibilities that, even, a regular teenage youth that was living in a two-parent household, could struggle with those same responsibilities. And now there was only, about 5 providers of the Future Prep program, and now with moving to the HYPE program, we service more individuals because we've expanded to diversionary youth. So those students that are in high school under 18 who might have, gotten a charge, whether a felony or misdemeanor, and in a diversion program, and then also working with the LGBTQ population to assist with needs. One thing with the Future Prep program that we didn't have, but we now have in HYPE, is a therapist on staff, which is really a great asset that we have, providing those therapeutic services that we've seen a struggle when kids were aging out of foster care, not continuing those services that were provided when they were in care still. So having a therapist on staff with us makes it a lot easier for them to attain a lot of those services.
That's great. I'm really happy to hear that, because one of the things that we do at CSE, we usually fund programs for 3, maybe 4 years in a cycle, and then we'll put out a new request for proposals. Before we do that new request, we look to see, is the need still there? What's working? What's not working? And one of the things that we heard when we were going into what's now known as HYTE, Healthy Youth Transitions, was that need for therapeutic intervention, and that having it integrated was really important, not to be sent somewhere else for services. So I'm happy to hear that you're seeing that as a difference. How about at Handy, Tanya?
Well, at Handy, we offer the same services, but I think the most challenge that we see coming forth when kids age out of foster care is the fact that they have no natural supports. Many of the supports that they have are either formal supports that they've had somewhere along the line, maybe ChildNet, maybe a Gallup, maybe someone in a social service setting. However, it's greatly needed for them to develop the natural supports in order to be productive, in order to reach their goals, in order to finish high school. So that's pretty much.
There's a big emphasis, I know, at Handy towards education and making sure that they do get through high school and on to college.
Absolutely. We kind of guide them all through the way. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have certified tutors that come out and they assist them with tutoring. We also have an educational department that assists them with SAT preparation, ACT preparation. We meet with brace advisors, guidance counselors. So we try to meet every step of the way to assist the youth in reducing whatever barrier that may prevent them from reaching whatever that goal is.
Now, Markova, you are a great example. You're like right in the midst of all of that right now. So you said you found Memorial through your child advocate at ChildNet, correct?
Yes.
And you've been involved with Memorial for how long?
I've been involved with Memorial Healthcare System for about 8 months, and it's been a very great program because it helped me to transition, because it's not like yesterday you were 17 and tomorrow you are going to be 18 and you are an adult. It's not like it's like you've been living in the city and then now you're going to move like in a jungle with no life skill. So what Memorial does with their life coaches, they help you with those transition, help you with school. Like I have service hour that my life coach helped me with. We went to a college tour. Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
Have they taught you how to do laundry?
Yes.
Good. One of the things when we first got involved with Future Prep and heard about young people at 18 being cast out, I thought back to when I went off to college at 18 and the first load of laundry that I did and turned all my whitewash pink. But then I could call my mom and say, oh my God, what did I do? And she could tell me. And we said, what does a young person do who can't call back to mom and ask that question? And so that was some of what started that whole life coach idea. So now you are really in that place that Cami was talking about before. You're finishing high school, you turned 18, and now you have to go into extended foster care, right?
Yes.
You're going to do that. And Cami, how are you helping him with that aspect?
Right, so with his transition to extended foster care and now living independently, his life coach has helped him with moving into an apartment, talking about budgeting. That's a big focus, just so that he has the skills moving forward of what it's going to take, for him to maintain stable housing, and then also obviously to graduate high school. Education is extremely important, and we want all of our youth to take every opportunity that they have available to them, and make those connections. So, he mentioned about college tours that we've taken him on to, because we really want him to see what the future has, in store for him and all the opportunities. We also, check on his grades, make sure that he's attending school, making sure, I know that she mentioned earlier about the tutoring services. We as well have a certified teacher available. So if he needed assistance with education, we've made connections with, obviously we use the flight center, which is a one-stop resource for all youth that are in foster care or have aged out of foster care. They have an education coordinator there. They provide different groups there as well. And if he's interested in, employment, we help with those soft skills and those, in a group setting or individually, just depending on, what the needs, his availability, the schedule. We try to provide things at various times, days, and also just, even some leisure activities. Sometimes you need a break from all of the daily grind of school or work. He mentioned about the community service opportunities. We're very, proud in the fact that we really want them to understand the importance of giving back. And so whether it be for community service hours or just because, we offer that continuously throughout the year too, which is helpful to link him.
Some of the best citizens I've seen, the most actively engaged in their community are some of the young people aging out of foster care. I love working with them because I hope you feel that you've gotten a benefit from what nonprofits and the government have to offer, and then, maybe you'll want to give back.
Yes, I will.
What are you looking to study now?
I'm looking to be an architecture.
Oh, architect.
To be an architect. Going to learn architecture in school.
Wonderful. So are you in the middle of applying now?
Yes.
That's the season.
Mm-hmm.
A little nervous?
A little bit.
You want to stay in Florida?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yes, I do.
Okay, excellent. Now, will he get help filling out the applications and all of those things that?
Yes, absolutely. And we're big on, filling out the applications, but also scholarships. Any help would be great. The FAFSA, we do assist with that, one-on-one, and also, the life coach is there as a support, but as she mentioned, the natural supports and linking him to other services. Some of the colleges offer assistance, and we want to link them, to different programs that will just continue the success of that. But yes, absolutely. And then even Handy has a scholarship that we refer a lot of our youth, whether it be in either of our programs.
It's open to the general public as well. It's a book scholarship for $500 and assists the youth with minimizing the costs related to college. Another point that she made was centered on him being prepared for life after foster care. We've also found that many youth, when they exit out of foster care, once they have those support systems in place, they always seem to want to pull back as far as with the family members from their past, and that can create a hindrance. So I think the impact of the program is really, really, really great. We've seen youth from aging out of foster care to becoming independent, living in their own apartment, graduating college, and coming back and helping the community. So I think it really is a great program.
So one of the things that happened was we learned so much from Future Prep and saw what a caring adult who really is focused on teaching those life skills can do for a young person. And so that was why with Height, we looked at where are some of those other youth populations that may not have a caring adult, a parent in their lives. And so that was why Height extended to those. Sometimes, sadly, when a child gets involved in the delinquency system, their parents say, goodbye, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. And also the LGBTQ population, sadly, sometimes parents throw them out. Are you seeing, those are different populations, clearly, and some of the challenges that they're facing are different, but still those, the caring adults in their lives through the life coaches, are you seeing that be effective?
I would say yes, absolutely. I think, the more the merrier. I think, they always say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
And I think, all hands on deck are needed. And you connect to people in different ways. And, you learn hopefully constantly throughout your life. And I think that's extremely important. And those people that come into your life, might help you, learn a different lesson than maybe somebody that's been trying to teach you the same lesson for the longest time. And it's just really, I think, about understanding the way the world works and, how to navigate it. And I think we'll always be there as a resource, and we do provide alumni services just to reach out and check in to see how the kids are doing. But I think it's really important that they realize, how do I do this without somebody being there? And it's just, we want to provide them all of those opportunities and then some, in a variety of ways. And sometimes just connecting with other youth that are in similar situations, those bonds are everlasting, and, they're able to relate on with each other. Some of the older youth mentor the younger youth, and that's really positive to see, because I think, again, we can sit here and tell them one thing, but a youth that they can relate to can tell them that, and they get it. So we try to provide those opportunities as well.
Marco-Van, we really view this as a hand up, not a hand out.
Right.
Yes.
That we see that there is so much potential for you, and I hope that you are feeling valued in this throughout this process, so that you can go on and do great things.
Yes, I will. One of the things that they can help me with is like, I'm not from here, and where I'm from, the system is very different from the system in here. So my life coach already knows the system, and she's helping me getting my driver license, like take me to the DMV. If I ever needed a job, she will help me with making a resume, make sure I have everything perfect so I can get the job. And also, during the weekend, it's like I have another guardian to look out for me. During the weekend, she bought me foods, so in case something happened, so I can survive. That was really amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty scary for a lot of the, pardon me if I say adults, since you're a young adult.
Yes.
So I can imagine how scary that must have been for you. I'm glad that they were there for you.
Yes.
But you came through okay?
Yes.
Good. Did she help you shop for your spiffy outfit?
No, I did that myself.
I keep saying, I really like it.
Thank you.
Looking good.
Thank
When
you.
you're ready for that job interview, that's the outfit to wear.
Yeah.
You will knock them dead.
Yes.
So I want to talk a little bit about how people who are watching today might be able to help. We said CSC funds the basics of the program. We make sure that there are life coaches and that there are the mental health services. But there are so many little things you've alluded to along the way that can be helpful for the young people that maybe folks watching might want to help with. Tanya, any ideas?
I'm thinking maybe mentoring. We have many youth that are very talented in many capacities, be it music, be it art, and just a mentor that can come in and help them tap into those natural talents. That would be great.
Cami?
Mine's a little more materialistic, but I think basic household items. Sometimes moving from group home to foster placement, and then when you finally go out to your own apartment, not realizing everything it takes to kind of get started, from basic cleaning supplies to pots and pans, utensils, furniture, bed sheets, everything you need for your bathroom to doing laundry, so we do try to provide, startup kits and, get them the basic necessities, but, sometimes it takes a little bit more to make it a home. So we're always looking for opportunities, to get them to feel comfortable, make it their own. Those are definitely, any type of items like that definitely help as well.
Great. And scholarships, I would imagine. Any financial donations that could go towards scholarships
Yes.
would be really helpful. For those aging out of foster care, they get some education supports, but the other populations do not.
No.
And even those aging out, there's still a lot more expenses that come with that.
Yeah. All the books, other ancillary supplies that they need. So it definitely racks up. But yeah, for, some of the other youth that we service that don't have, education stipends available to them or tuition waivers, we're always looking for different opportunities, to, encourage them to keep moving forward with post-secondary education. So the monetary aspect definitely assists.
And Tanya, you still running the STARS program?
I'm sorry?
Is there still the mentor, the tutoring, the mentor tutoring program going on through Handy?
Right now, they're still making some changes with that, so I don't really have much information on it.
Oh, okay. But I think there are some opportunities for volunteers, guardian, and also, did you ever have, or do you have a guardian ad litem?
I had one, but now I'm 18. I don't have one anymore.
Because that's another great way for people who are watching who might want to volunteer to become a guardian ad litem, can play a really nice role. Did you have a good relationship with your guardian?
Yes, I had. I had his contact. I can call him whenever I want to talk about a specific thing that I'm involved in or I want to do. He personally wanted me to meet with his son so his son can teach me about the ACT and SAT because his son did very, very good in those tests.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
That's really going above and beyond what's expected.
Yes.
But nice. Did you take them yet? The SAT and
Yes,
the
I
ACT?
did. I did take the SAT and the ACT.
And did his tips help?
Yes.
All right. Very good. I'm looking forward to hearing what happens and where you wind up going to school.
No problem. I'll make sure I let you know.
Okay. Now you've gotten within my grasp. I can't let you go. I got to know you're okay.
Yes.
All right, so we only have a few minutes left. Any other thoughts that you'd like to share with the audience about the program, what it's meant to you, and why you think that our audience should care?
I think this is a really good program for people in foster care who have juvenile juvenile issue.
Juvenile justice? Yeah.
Yes, because it helps you a lot in many areas, like school, personal stuff, things that you want to share with your life coach. They're here to help you in all those things. This program has been helping me a lot.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you sharing that.
Yes.
Cami, any final thoughts?
I just think, they're part of our future. They make up our community. We need to be there for them. And we're such a community rich in resources. So let's continue to use that, to keep, making people successful and, and helping them to achieve their goals. A lot of times the situations that they were put into were out of their control. But I've heard so many success stories. And just, sometimes the constant just check-ins, I'm sure that his guardian ad litem appreciates just a phone call every once in a while, just, of how things are going, and just really seeing that you made a difference, and I think any little bit helps. So that's really what we're trying to, come across.
Excellent. Tanya, any final thoughts?
As she said, any bit helps. It's rewarding to work in a population that in an agency that serves this particular population, but everything helps. Everything helps, definitely.
Well, I think it is really important to note that for many of the young people involved, the situation that they're in is not of their creating.
Absolutely.
And so anything we can do to help them be successful, as you said, Cami, they are our future.
Absolutely.
So today we discussed the positive impact that healthy youth transition programs have made in the lives of so many young people in our community. I want to thank our guests, Tanya Hall, Cami Kikase, and Marco Van Laguerre, for taking the time to share real-life success stories and explain why there is such a strong need throughout Broward for these great programs. I have been your host, Cindy Ehrenberg Seltzer. For this or any other episode of Future First, Focus on Broward's Children, go to our website where you can access our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and remember to join us next time on Future First, Focus on Broward's Children.